Hello, 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 everybody. Happy Monday. Today is Monday, November 8th, 2021. I pray that everyone is doing well. I'm going to do myself and yourself a favor and wait for a couple of people to come on in as we go live. I always like to see who's in the place. So here's a couple of quick announcements, maybe that you've heard before, but just be patient with me as people come on in and they get their notifications. I absolutely have a wonderful book that's out called um, The Signs. Forgot my own title of my own freaking book. The Signs and Astrological Memoir. The Signs and Astrological Memoir by Sonia Marie. Yes, it's on Amazon and Book Baby, and you can download a digital copy or you can get a soft copy. It's only $20. The digital copy is like $3, something crazy, something stupid, $9, something like that. So go on and get that thing. I'd really, really appreciate it. There's a lot of understanding and knowledge, and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears too. To be truthful with you, I'm going to announce our new retreat within the next month or two. So I want y'all to know definitely before the end of the year or at the top of the year. So for all those who have an idea of possibly maybe wanting to go on a Word Life Astrology retreat, gear up. As I'm gearing up, save your coins if you can. If you want to come down, I'd really appreciate that. I'm not sure where it's going to be, but I'm thinking it's going to be in Yosemite again, but not at the same lodge. So I will be announcing that soon. I just wanted to keep y'all up to date. And I'm also going to announce the Village Hut. Not sure I'm going to do the Village, but I'm definitely going to do the Village Hut this year for the next 6 months. So that's going to start in January. And even though it is November, time is freaking flying. Woo! So I have to say, just be on deck for that. Please, but in between this broadcast, be patient with me. I might have to run and go get my cord because I don't know if I'm gonna die on this computer right here. But if I do, you know why. If I run off, dash off to the left, my left, your right, dash off and get a cord, you know why. I want to say hi to everybody. What's up, Robbie Rob? What's up to Neil? I always say Robbie, but it's Robbie. Rabbi. Nina's here. Oh, haven't seen you, young lady. Yashika Divine. Oh, I'm so glad you're catching me live. I love that name. I remember names sometimes. I definitely remember your sign. Yeah, I miss you, honey. Sweet Gemini. I don't know why I was about to call you a Pisces. What's up, Jackie? What's up, April? I say hi to Mina Love yet? What's up, Keena? Aw, nice to see y'all all here. Tiffany is here. And Tam, where are you? You're supposed to come to my house. Supposed to get this thing, girl. What up, Nick? What's going on, Tension? The switch up has already begun. And I'm going to do my best not to cry during this goddamn broadcast because it's so much emotion that's happening. So many switch ups and so much emotion. I'm going to be truthful with y'all. I don't even know where to begin. Do I look dark? I know this light is doing its best to do something, but I think I look a little dark. Anyway, can you see me? Can you see me? Can you see me? We're going to get started somewhere. I'm glad you caught me live, Tracy Jackson. Welcome. I'm so happy you're here. And Tamani? I think I got that right. Tamani Elliott, good afternoon to you, sweetheart. What's up, Angela Harris? Happy to see you here. Well, your name anyway. Listen. Where should I start? Where should I absolutely start? I'm going to start with some downloads like I sometimes do. And then I'm going to get into what's going on astrologically in our universe. And then I'll end it with a couple of, hi, Carrie. I'll end it with a couple of real quick rising, moon, and sun sign reads for two people in here. What's up, Danielle? How are you, sweetheart? And the Blue Magician is here. Nice to see you, too. Yo, where should we start? Okay, so what's so interesting about this time in our lives? And forgive me. Please, 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 please forgive me. You guys can see me okay? Please forgive me for repeating myself. Because I feel like I was talking to somebody earlier in the weekend. And I was saying how I feel like a broken fucking record sometimes. And I feel like my vocabulary is limited. Like I need new words to describe what's really going on. When it's all really the same things as the poet, as a writer, I just want to be able to say it in a different way. You dig? So it's weird. In any case, though, it feels like the same situation, but it absolutely is not because we've been gearing up differently. I tell you, in this moment, there's a welling of emotions that's in my chest. And not because I'm sad or mad or happy or going through transformation like we all are. It's all of the above. It's absolutely all of the above. It feels like a damming of emotions that's caught behind my rib cage that will absolutely unleash at any moment in time. Like just somebody brushes up against my cheek and it let go. It let goes. Now, because I'm a Cancer, because I'm a seer, because I connect to people very, very instantaneously. It could be me, in which it is, but it's definitely other people, right? People that I know, people that I don't know. And because we're in Scorpio season and sun, the moon, the new moon was Mercury and Mars is all in Scorpio, we are being told to dig. We are being told to dig so much. So I started thinking, God, and I like honestly, truthfully, y'all, I started thinking, you can see me? Oh, thank you. Okay, Danielle. Thank you, baby. Um, I started thinking, thank you, Tam. Thank you, Blue Magician. I started thinking, my prayer was, okay, Spirit, I know I got work to do too. I can't quite necessarily see what it is, right? Sometimes in life, we know we're an asshole. Sometimes in life, we know we can be a little too nitpicky. Sometimes in life, we know our flaws and our idiosyncrasies, and we do our best to either, I mean, accept it or basically learn and grow and heal from it and turn into somebody else and do something else or obliterate the idiosyncrasy all in itself, right? However, those things and those idiosyncrasies can sometimes be on the surface, right? Let's just give it levels. That could be on like level 1, level 2, level 3. And then we get through that in our 20s and our 30s, or when we get to that, we get through it, right? And then we get to shit that's in our level 5, level 6, level 7. And it gets a little harder. You know, you start breaking I was gonna say you start breaking shit. Yeah, you start breaking shit in the house. You may react differently to new changes that are coming, the things that you are revealing about yourself, because you're saying to yourself, nah, that level 4, 5, 6 revelation, the shit that's deep within me, that ain't really there. That ain't really there. Well, let me figure it out. Let me put that on somebody else. Let me blame or shame somebody else with that, because that can't be me. Then we are at presently the level, if we go to level 10, right? Then we are presently at 8, 9, 10, in which we're scraping the bottom, in which we no longer can put it on anybody else. And if you do, you look really crazy. And everybody in the room is looking at you like, are you listening to what you're saying? Now, pause for a quick second. I want y'all to really devour that. Because oftentimes I'm gonna squirrel out and I promise I'm gonna do my best to come back. Oftentimes it's all perception, right? This is where it gets a little hairy and a little gray and a little like nebulous, right? Because my 3, 4, 5 may be your 9, 10, 11 shit. You understand what I'm saying? But when we know it to be those numbers or those levels within ourselves, then we have to act accordingly. What happens is we dupe our goddamn selves. And what happens is that when Scorpio energy goes up against Aquarius energy and goes up against Leo energy, these are squares to Scorpio energy, opposite Taurus energy. So if you have Aquarius energy in your chart, strong like sun, moon, rise, or even Mercury for that matter, or Venus for that matter. If you have Leo, sun, moon, rise, Venus or Mercury. If you have Taurus, this is the opposite, is a little easier to deal with, but it's still a little balancing, right? Sun, moon, rise, Mercury or Venus. There's this standoff that happens. Understand this: the Taurus and Leo and Aquarius and goddamn it, Scorpio are all fixed signs. So it's a different kind of energy to get to the bottom of something. Fixed is stubborn. If all of this shit was going on in water energy, we'd just be crying all over the place and just cry ourselves out until there's no more motherfucking tears, and then we figure it out, right? When it's in cardinal energy, everybody's just beating everybody to the fucking point to get to the front of the line, because cardinal is leadership, right? So you're trying to get to the front of the line just to be right, just to be there, right? Fucking this fixed energy, though. This fixed energy, the Scorpio energy. That's the new moon Scorpio just happened. The sun is in Scorpio. Again, Mercury's in Scorpio, Mars is in Scorpio. Going up against Aquarius and Leo energy, if you so much have that in your chart. And if you don't, then you're dealing with somebody that does. Understand this. So you're part of the equation anyway. So don't try to slip out the back door and be like, I'll listen to this shit later because Sonya ain't talking about me. No, I'm talking about you, because you either live in a house with them, or you're friends with them, or you're married to them, and you got to know how to respond to these motherfuckers that are fighting this change. Because fixed energy is about resistance, is about change, needing to change, but refusing to change. Are y'all following me thus far? You follow me thus far? Yes, yes, y'all. I'm doing my best to take you on an educational road along with something that you can tap into. And then I pray that I don't get too emotional and go too deep into this with my own story. But I am going to share a story with y'all. Y'all get me, right? All right. So bust it. I'm glad. Thank you for the wise. Yes, yes, y'all. To the beat, y'all. Music makes me happy. All day, y'all. Make me happy. So we got all this fixed energy fighting each other. Scorpio says, I said, go deep. Scorpio says, I said, go to the bottom. When you got sun, new moon last week, Mars and Mercury says, go deep. Go deep. And you're like, yeah, I'm going to go deep when I go there. Aquarius and Leo. I'm going to go deep when I go there, when I feel like going there, when I figure it out, when it's convenient for me, when I feel happy to do so, when it basically benefits me, when I'm not threatened. You understand? This is what those other signs, gosh darn it, this computer. This is what those other signs, again, Aquarius and Leo, and maybe somebody in other signs feel this way too. This is what they're saying to this deep dive that we're asking to be done right now, or we're asking to do right now. I talked about this in a video last week. Again, I feel like repeating myself, but we're on a deep dive on a level 9, 10, 11, in which when we're on this deep dive level 9, 10, 11, there's no room for you to blame people. There's no room for you to shame people. There's no room for you to blow up. There's no room for you to, and I'm talking to my goddamn self because I've been getting really, really angry lately, and I'm going to share why. There's no room for you to displace your emotions on another, project your emotions on another. It's not healthy because you stop your own healing when you do that, when you don't want to go to these levels. You did? But here's the difference about this 9, 10, 11 level. When you go down there, what you begin to do is reveal the darkness within you that has been reflecting all of the darkness that comes into your life that you've been trying to deal with. Do y'all get that? I'm going to say that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more times. You know why? Because it's important. Because again, we play with these levels. We think that these levels are just cute little healing levels. I'm going to go do a fucking retreat. I'm going to go get a massage. I'm going to get some Reiki done. I'm going to get acupuncture. I'm going to detox for a week and then I'll be fine. Everything will be great. I'm mocking that type of behavior because when you decide to be a spiritual warrior, and that's who I speak to, that's who the fuck I am. A spiritual warrior, good, bad, and indifferent. However it looks to anybody else, that's who I am. That's who I know my heart to be. But when you decide to do this work, you can't put blame on people. You look ridiculous. You look ridiculous, especially when you get to this level of the 9, 10, and 11. I might go a little long, y'all. I pray that y'all have a little patience or can come back and see the rest of the video because I'm going to take my time with this shit. Here's the bottom line, though. When you get to that 9, 10, 11, there ain't nobody around. There is nobody around in that dark, mysterious sub-basement for you to even put blame on. You know why? Because they never been there. They never been there. This is the darkness and the unknown in which you kept away from people, in which you kept away from yourself. You can blame your first or 2 or 3 levels on your mother. You can blame your first, your 2, 3 levels, even up to your 5th or 6th level on your boyfriend, possibly, maybe, on your girlfriend, possibly, maybe. But when you go down to these dark fucking sub levels in which we're being called to do right now, and again, I keep repeating myself, but this is different. When you go down there, there's nobody down there. Hello, 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 hello. It's like a motherfucking echo. Ain't nobody down there. Ain't nobody down there say, damn, you stepped on my toe. That's why I'm pissed off at you. No, nobody lives down there. You know why? Because that type of darkness, that type of unknown mystery, that type of pain and trauma and misunderstanding came way before you met your best friend, came way before you met your man, came way before you even were put in your mother's womb. How about that? How about that? There's some shit you can't even blame on your mother. Why? Because as a spiritual person, as an astrologer, I do know that these souls that basically are encapsulated within this temporary body that we hold, these souls, they go on for fucking ever. And I mean the meaning of the word forever. So we keep inhabiting different bodies. We keep moving to different time zones. We keep coming back century after centuries. At least this is what I believe. You dig what I'm saying? We reincarnate. So we bring karma from other places, from other spaces, from other times. And that shit, that 9, 10, 11 level is the shit that we're cleaning up now that you can't even put on somebody else. It may look like them. God damn it, they may even have the same name. They may even have the same fucking face. They may even have the same voice. They may touch you the same, but it's not them most of the time in this 9, 10, 11 level that we are dealing with right now. Make sense? Yes, yes, y'all? Y'all with me? This karmic shit that's being drudged up makes us all look so incredibly goofy. Truly, because we don't want to deal with it. Because many of us, and I'm going to tell you truthfully, and I may strike a chord, many of us, like I said, are so hell-bent on getting the shit, on understanding spirituality, on reading it in a goddamn book, on going somewhere and having somebody make you over. You drop thousands of dollars, and now all of a sudden you're made over. Understand this, that is not in existence. That is impossible to do. Because if you want to be a spiritual warrior, you're on this motherfucking journey. The path that you're on to heal and unveil is forever. And 9 times out of 10, you can't blame people and situations for your own healing. So while we're down at this 9, 10, 11 level, who's down there with us? Uranus, causing a switch up. Uranus pokes his head and he's like, yo, I heard y'all was doing something. I mean, I heard y'all was down deep, dark, and dirty. I want to put $20 on the fact that if you heal up this shit, we're going to switch it up and go to the left now. Wait, hold on. Wait, Uranus, you can't come down into my deep, dark 9, 10, 11 fucking level and start calling shots. Actually, I can because I'm Uranus, bitch. And Uranus is innovative. Uranus is rebellious. Uranus is unconventional. Uranus is a switch up surprise type of energy. Uranus don't give a fuck. Uranus is electricity. Uranus is bad, inclement weather. Uranus is the worst person you want to meet on the block, in the alley. When you think you're safe, Uranus will switch that shit up on you and put you up against the building 50 feet against the wall and ask you to survive now. Uranus doesn't play. It's not malicious. It's not even transformative. It's just this. Whatever the fuck that is. It's just a switch up. Oh, so we're switching up while we're in this deep shit. So first of all, number one, bing, off of what I just said, you automatically, you and me, are automatically going to try to put that blame on that shit on somebody else because somebody just tapped me on the back. It was Uranus, bitch. No, that was my mother who made me feel this way. No, it was Uranus, bitch. Uranus is saying you got to change. You got to change. Once you recognize and identify what this 9, 10, 11 level is, you got to change this shit because we're moving that way. Like right now, I'm not waiting till you get back up in the top level to tell you, because by the time you get there, you're going to talk yourself out of the healing that you just did. Oh, shit. Did I just say that? Yup. Because we're human and we do that type shit. We heal. We get used to the healing. A brilliant example. We go on a wonderful diet. We're vegan for 6 months. Our fucking skin is glowing. We lose 15, 20 pounds. We looking the best as we can look. We're up to level 1 now. Now we're feeling good and we feel the switch up happen. We feel the change and the healing happen. All of a sudden, let me take that back. There's no switch up. There's no Uranus in there, but we feel the healing happen. All of a sudden, a steak comes by your ass and you want to eat that steak. It's your prerogative. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do, but you just transform that whole healing. Why? Because you didn't change your ass when you was dealing with the pain in 9, 10, 11. Do you understand where I'm going? Sometimes you have to be shown to switch it in the mix, in the down and the deep and the dirty, so it never comes back. So you can't put that shit on your back and ride to another level, ride off into the sunset and be like, I was just playing. I was mad at you, but I was just playing. Nah. We're not playing any longer. There's spiritual and psychological warfare on this planet right now. It has always been. Trust and believe. But it's running rampant. It's running rampant today. And I'm sad because of that. That is what I'm sad about. I'm sad about the fact that human beings are treating each other like dirt. I'm sad because of the fact that human beings are not listening to one another. They're in their healing, they're in their shit, and they want to rise up out of it so quickly that they disregard anything and everybody that is on the way. Why? Because they're uncomfortable being at the 9, 10, 11 phase. Does this make sense? It's so sad the way we treat one another, the way we do not have reverence for each other's soul's journey. I don't have to agree with you. You don't have to agree with me. But goddamn, I understand what you're going through. I wouldn't have done it like that. But I get your heart. And I'm sorry you feel that way. That's all it takes. But when we react to fight with one another, when we react to do, to go against the healing that needs to happen, a whole nother monster comes out, y'all. And your monster is your own monster. Can I introduce y'all to my monster? I'm going out on a limb right now, publicly as fuck, candid as hell, to introduce you to my monster. Can I introduce you to my monster, please? And I pray you take this information very sacredly. And I pray the reason why I'm telling you this story and the reason why I'm putting this out there is that you can look at your own life. I don't speak about myself to glorify myself. Yeah, I got a lot of Leo. I like being out in the spotlight. But when it comes to healing, there's no glorification in being in the motherfucking spotlight. So I don't say this story to glorify who I am or what I've done. I hope that you will find yourself in my story. That's my prayer. Okay? Because I only have my story to go on. So this is the deal. This is my monster. Growing up in Yonkers, New York, and again, I probably have the same story as many, but this is Sonia talking, so please let me do that. Growing up in Yonkers, New York, I absorbed a lot of anger, a lot of passion, a lot of defeat, a lot of aggression and frustration. As millions and millions of beautiful Black and brown people, and even some white people have been involved with it. I can only speak from my cultural experience, right? That motherfucker lives deep in me. It lives deep in me, so fucking deep, like I want to cry. It lives so deep. That's my 9, 10, 11. My 9, 10, 11 is that there's some anger in me that's so pissed off at how people deal with babies. There's anger in me about how people deal with molesting children. There's anger in me to how people deal in partnerships, mother and fathers. It's anger in me about how friends just don't show up to be friends and accept you for who the fuck you are. It's anger in me on how many men and women disrespect one another in relationships and don't hold each other tight enough, especially black and brown people. Why? Because we don't celebrate love. We celebrate our vibrato and our strength and how fly we are more than we celebrate how open-hearted and how endearing and how incredibly passionate of a people we are. We don't celebrate that. So as I'm growing up, I'm celebrating this anger inside of me because that anger kept me in LA, quiet as kept me in LA from 22 to 51 years old. Because as long as I came with vibrato, as long as I came with a rah, motherfuckers would step 50 feet back. You understand what I'm saying? Nowadays, I like to switch this passion over to what it is that I do, but this passion still resides. I still need that passion. And that Leo in me takes it and it's like, go ahead, bitch, let's be passionate. But the trick thing in which we're finding is that passion, that 9, 10, 11 depth, whatever is down there, you dig, for you or for me, is absolutely meeting. It's negative and it's positive. Oh, shit. Now we're sitting there with our bellies fucking wide open like Quato coming through that dude's fucking stomach in Total Recall. Now we're sitting there wide open because the monster has been fucking let loose. You dig what I mean? And the monster don't know, should I fight? Should I fight? Or should I just run and get the fuck up out this body? Should I do my normal shit? Or should I react differently? Are y'all following me? Are y'all following me? My monster is I'm putting up my dukes. I have to defend myself. Why? Because you're not listening. Because you don't understand me. And you're not trying to understand me because you think I'm coming too hard on you when my heart is wide open, ready to love. But you're not listening to my heart. You're listening and watching the monster come up. And she don't know where to go. I'm trying to tuck her back and let her know, wait for them to listen and let you know, please just listen. I'm holding her back. Does this make sense? So, and I'm shaking as I tell you this story because I can feel her. But every now and again, the best part of me, the soul in me says, Sonia, be patient. Listen yourself. Okay, that's what I'll do. Listen yourself. Listen to your friends. Listen to your mother. Listen to everybody that's around you. Okay, that's what I'll do. Give the people the report that you need to give to them. Do your readings. Speak positively as much as possible. Stay away from petty. That's a match to some traumatic bullshit. Stay away from certain things that's just going to light a fire to a whole bunch of drama. That's what I'll do. But then when a person, a situation, a couple, anything or anybody meets you with that monster on them, the monster in you is like, bitch, let's break out. Fuck that nice shit. Are y'all following me? And that's when the monster let loose. And that's when the monster screams back at you. And that's when the monster has something to say. And that's when the monster looks out of character compared to this person that you see right now. And the person that's doing her best to give you the word, to open up and to allow the goodness, the light to shine through. That's what comes through 85, 90% of the time, 95. But every now and again, you get the monster on somebody that fucking triggers the monster in you on that 9, 10, 11 level. And you're doing your best to say, yo, I'm helping myself by working on that right now. I don't need you to poke the bitch. But Uranus says it's time to poke it. Uranus says it's time to change. Uranus says you can't live with the monster in you like this anymore. Otherwise, in this moment in time and in this day and age, it's going to eat you out. You know why? Because people are dying. Because COVID is live. Because folks are leaving the planet at a rapid fucking speed. And I'm going to say something very, very candid, and I pray you don't take it out of context. Sometimes I don't even want to be here. I'm not suicidal. I will never take my life. But sometimes I look around and I'm like, this motherfucking planet, God damn it, I could just go. Because y'all not nice. Y'all not nice, and it's taking me way too much work to do what I do and hold this motherfucking monster out as you're poking them. The closest people to me. I've lost many relationships over that. Because Sonia is the one that's supposed to have the higher up thought, the higher consciousness, that motherfucker word that calms everybody down. No, Sonia is healing just like you, Carrie, just like you, Mina, just like you, Yaya, just like you, Tinjin, just like you, Monica, just like you, Angela, Ty. Sonia is healing just like y'all. So it's very, very difficult to be in this space in a retreat, in my readings, on this YouTube, and holding my own monster back during Scorpio season. Understand that. I pray this story resonates with you to help you to identify what that monster, or I should say, what that 9, 10, 11 level is. I thought about that last night, really, really clear, y'all. I said, I don't know if they understand that level. It's not some typical, oh, let me just look at my father's wounds and what he did to me. It's not that typical shit. It's that shit that you've been harboring in and been holding down. And here's the deal. My guy said to me this morning, brought me to tears. He goes, Sonia. And I wrote it down. I said, babe, I'm going to say this. He said, is it the death of the known or the fear of the unknown that has you so emotional right now? I said, this motherfucker, he better leave me alone. Is it the death of the known or the fear of the unknown? And I honestly have to say, it's the death of the known for me personally. What about for you? I want to propose that question while I go and dart and get this cord that I told y'all I was probably going to have to get. Okay? Is it the death of the known or the fear of the unknown in the space in which we are right now that's freaking you the fuck out? Please answer that. Let's see what y'all talking about. Somebody said it's both. Who's that? Unapologetically, etc. Oh man, this thing ain't coming on. I can see both. I can absolutely see both. Sorry, y'all. I'm having a hard time with this power situation. Okay, I think that's it. There we go. Possibly the unknown most. Okay, definitely the death of the known for me. Mahogany Dreaming, I'm with you. I'm with you. The fear of the unknown. Okay, Danielle, I got you. Death of the known. I think I've been trying to be positive about both, though. But yo, can you see how that question and how he proposed it to me really, really resonated me so deep with me so deeply? Can y'all really see that? Like for real, it may sound like simple words and a simple question, but when you really sit and think about it, you're like, well, goddamn. For me personally, it's the death of the known. You know why? Because who's gonna have my back? Who's gonna have my back when my monster dies? When I tell my monster to leave, in which I've been praying she goes because I've been praying for peace. I've been praying for certain things in my life. Who's gonna watch my back? The death of the known is my deal. So I want y'all to understand that Uranus this week is coming in long and strong. Uranus this week is coming, this month is coming in long and strong. Uranus is about change, like I said, rebellion, upset, switches, surprises. And it's only surprising us with it being in Taurus, going against all these Scorpio planets and going against Aquarius and Leo energy. It's only shaking up shit so it can be permanent. Because when Uranus changes, it changes permanently. Just like Pluto on some kind of way. But Uranus is like, I'm doing it because I don't have a plan or a strategy. I'm doing it because y'all whack, because this shit is crazy, because we need to do something different. So understand this week, the next coming weeks, trust and believe, the last week of November will probably be a lot easier. But these next 2 weeks that's coming, 3 weeks that's coming, hold your motherfucking hat. I'm not talking about too much that's going on this week other than Wednesday, because Wednesday is that put up or shut up kind of moment. And I'm going to run down all of the aspects that's happening on Wednesday, and then I'll break them down separately. And then I'll do the readings and then get the fuck up off of this thing, all right? Because I think I'm going to get too far in my emotions. And a sister probably needs to go swim. That's what I need to do. I'm so happy I took these braids out, wrapped my hair up real quick, because I'm going to go swim. I need to get this off really, really quickly. And I'll tell you why. Because as a spiritual warrior, as you are, you never let anything or anybody keep you down longer than you should. Longer than you should. You find a way to shake that off, which has everything to do with what I'm going to tell y'all on Wednesday. Bust the shit. Wednesday. The moon goes into Aquarius Wednesday. First and foremost, good God, oh shit. Why? Because I just told y'all 3 times that Aquarius energy, when the moon is in Aquarius, Aquarius energy will square Scorpio. So here we go. If you're a student of astrology, you already know it's going to be a doozy for the 2.5 days that the moon will be in Aquarius, because the moon deals with emotions. The moon deals with reaction. People don't think about shit when they react. So this moon in Aquarius is going up against a lot, okay? And definitely going up against Uranus, which is trying to bring you that change on your 9, 10, 11 level. Y'all following me? Y'all like the way I put out stories and then try to come back in that? I'm really trying to teach and show and share all at the same time. Bust it on Wednesday. Mercury is in Scorpio. It's going to be in conjunction with Mars. Why? Because they're both in Scorpio. So Mars and Mercury will be in conjunction. Moon squares Mars. Oh, shit. The moon squares Mercury. The moon is in conjunction with Saturn. Oh, okay. That's a little reprieve, and I'll tell you why. Mercury squares Saturn. Oh, shit. Mars squares Saturn. Oh, shit. And then the moon squares Uranus. Okay, good night. Have a great day. Hello? Any reaction? Or y'all just looking at me like I'm crazy and don't know what the hell I just said? Anybody know about squares? Squares is a challenge. Did you hear all them squares? Now bust it. If you are sensitive, empathic, psychic, just, in tune, you can feel this shit today, Tuesday, Wednesday for sure, because that energy creeps up on you. You dig what I'm saying? It's not always exact, especially for those that are in tune. It's not always exact, but you'll definitely feel it around Wednesday. Can I get some hella squares? Keena said, yep. Blue magician. I feel tired after all of that. That's funny as fuck. Hella squares, craziness. Honestly, what it is that I'm like tearing up about telling you right now, because we're in that 9, 10, and 11. Uranus is down there going, you can't hold on to these projections and this displacement any longer. You got to see the shit that you bring to the table. You have to see the shit that you reflect on other people that are the absolute embodiment of what's inside of you. That shit right there hurts. That hurts. When people show up and reflect what's in your 9, 10, 11 on that level right there, that shit hurts. Of course you don't want to admit that. Of course you don't want to be accountable for that and responsible for that. It pains you. Because now you have to recognize you didn't know anything, you didn't feel anything, you wasn't conscious of a certain thing, you were a little insensitive about a thing, or whatever the fuck it may be, based on that monster, that trauma, that shit on the 9, 10, and 11. Well, here it comes up and out, because squares don't play. Be real with yourself. Is the problem, is the situation, is the solution, Keena? As long as you're real and you figure it out. But I wanted to get on here precisely to tell y'all what that shit is. That was my motive today. Because again, some people can poo-poo their shit off of the 1st or 2nd or 5th level and be like, oh, I dealt with that. No, it's deeper. It's that shit that you know about, you ain't talking about. So be straight up. Okay, anyway. Going back to Wednesday, Mercury in conjunction with Mars. All right, so Mercury is saying, as I'm thinking, so I'm going to do. As I speak, so I'm going to do. Mercury is communication, Mars is movement. As I think, as I feel, thank y'all for the thumbs up and the likes, letting YouTube know that I'm doing my job. I really appreciate that. That means a lot to me. And please share this video with anybody that you think that would benefit from it. Truthfully. Mercury is like, yo, I'm going to think a thing and we can do it. Mars says, let's go. Right? So they're on one accord. But remember, they're in Scorpio. So they're already down. It's 9, 10, 11 phase on Wednesday already. Y'all following me? Already it's 9, 10, 11 phase. Okay? We're deep in it. It's dark as fuck. It's mysterious. Is it the known or the unknown that you're afraid of? Then the moon in Aquarius squares Mars. Okay, the moon in Aquarius looks like this. I know what I know, what I know, what I know. That's why I feel it. Wait, hold on. First of all, you know, thinking and feeling is two different things. But this is what the moon in Aquarius does. When the moon is in Aquarius, or people who have the moon in Aquarius, right? When you have the moon, I think this thing, and then that's the feeling behind it. They're two different things. So that's hard, first and foremost, to have a fucking water intuitive symbol of the moon and placement of the moon to be in a wiry air sign space. You understand? Into intellectual space, a detached space. Aquarius is detached. Hella fucking detached. I didn't say it wasn't emotional. I said it's very, very easily detached from emotions. So now you have the moon in emotions squaring what? Squaring Mars in Scorpio. Oh shit. And it's squaring Mercury in Scorpio. So if you're already down on a 9, 10, 11 because Mercury and Mars is on one accord and you're on that level, and then the moon comes in there and goes, I don't want to feel this shit because I don't think this is right. I sense a brat in the mix. I sense a motherfucking like rebellious soul in the mix. I sense somebody who's not willing to change in the mix. I sense somebody that's sitting on their rebellion and being a serious pain in the ass, truly, moon in Aquarius, that thinks they know everything. Sitting there being a pain in the ass, figuring shit out to make them what? Feel better, going up against the 9, 10, 11. Are y'all following me? Are y'all following me? If I lose you, say so. Why am I shouting, Bijou? You said, why am I shouting? Are you being funny or are you for real? Oh, because you're an Aquarius. Listen, Bijou's is the sweetest person. I was just like, am I really shouting? I'm like, I know she's not joking. Is she joking? What was she? I'm all going in it. I'm all up in your row. All right, in that pew. Listen, the bottom line is this, though, for real. That moon and Aquarius thing, that's hella fucking difficult, hence the square. Going up against that 9, 10, and 11, that Mars in Scorpio and that Mercury in Scorpio that's already down there trying to figure out what this shit is, i.e. my monster. The moon doesn't want to figure it out because why? The moon in Aquarius says, I'm safe in this space to do what I want to do because I'm an individual and I can do that. It's my prerogative. And as long as I think and I am smart enough to understand what it is that is going on in my world, thus I should feel. You are the only one in the room feeling that, young lady, young man. You are the only one. Why? Because it's difficult to feel through your head. And then you're trying to deal with Scorpio energy while you're down there. And Scorpio's like, bitch, this is my terrain. I don't give a fuck who you are and how fucking smart you are. I care how many degrees you have. I care how, how witty you can be. I care how much you're going to change a situation and a subject matter to try to dupe and manipulate my ass. You in Scorpio town. And I see all of that shit before you even get there. Are y'all following me? Scorpio energy, that 9, 10, and 11 level, sees it before you even get there. So the way you feel on Wednesday is going to go up against that? Come on now. Hence the beginning of you duping your damn self. Why? So you can die? If you don't die physically, so you can die and be a walking fucking dead. You be the only one at your party and everybody else has moved on. Everybody else is healed and saw their shit. And you still acting like, oh, everything is great. Target is the best. That was supposed to be funny. If you got that, that's cool. If you didn't, it's all right. But the bottom line is like, we're going to stay consumers. We're going to be duped. We're just going to eat the steak and be okay because the way I think is the way I feel. Fuck you and that shit. Get with the program. And I say fuck you lovingly. I'm from Yonkers. Get it? That moon in Aquarius at the same time is in conjunction with Saturn. Oh. So Saturn is in Aquarius. This is a conundrum right here. Saturn is in Aquarius. The moon is in Aquarius. So the moon is saying fuck you to all this Scorpio shit, right? But Saturn goes, wait, hold on, pipe down. Actually, that Scorpio shit might have a point. Wait, hold on, you against it. I know I'm against it. This is what Saturn is saying. I know I'm against it, but we do have to work a little bit. At least give it a chance. You got to put a little discipline on that. At least find a little boundary, a little limitations. Because the moon, the emotions, is in conjunction with Saturn going pipe down. Saturn saying pipe down your sniveling. Pipe down your brat shit and see exactly what's being called for you to do while you're on the 9, 10, and 11 fucking level. Figure it out. Because you're smart, right, Aquarius energy? Aquarius and moon in Aquarius. You're smart. So you can figure it out. But if you're figuring it out through your brain and not through your heart, you're doing yourself a disservice. That's what Saturn comes in to say. Saturn says, calm down. The next aspect, Mercury is squaring against Saturn. Oh, shit. So Saturn says, I'm going to be disciplined by doing it this way. And then Mercury and Scorpio goes, nah, you got to go deeper. Well, I already convinced the moon to pipe down on their emotions, is what Saturn says. What the fuck are you doing now? Why are you pulling me back and asking me to go even harder? And the Mercury in Scorpio says, and Mars in Scorpio says, because that's why we're here. Because Saturn in Aquarius, you can't do things, change things, work on things in such a superficial humanitarian level all the time. It's a beautiful thing to do, Aquarius energy. But oftentimes you got to do shit. You got to make decisions that goes against what humanity needs. And it's not being selfish. It's going with what's necessary for the core you. It's going with what's necessary for the core group. It's going with the fucking form, the goddamn trajectory of life, the goal, the purpose. That's what Scorpio is saying. I understand, Saturn, that you want to stay in Aquarius and you want to be all right with the moon and the emotions and all of that, and you piping the emotions down. You're going to come up against me, though. You got to know that the work that you have to do is what Mercury and Mars, both in Scorpio, are saying to Saturn, which is in Aquarius. The work that you have to do is hardcore. You got to come buff. You got to go way, way down there, and you have to release your own fears, because Saturn comes with fears too. Saturn comes with more lessons. Saturn comes with fear, more lessons, restrictions, hard work, issues with your dad. Saturn comes up with all of this shit and it wants to square off with Scorpio with the 9, 10, 11 shit. Yo, this is all on Wednesday. And this shit actually started during the full moon in Aries, and then continued to the new moon in Scorpio, and now it's continuing throughout November. Why? Because we need to be shaken up. Because, yo, I'm just gonna say, we acting like motherfucking punks in the eyes of God. Because we're acting like humans in the eyes of God. And I know that sounds so oxymoronic, but it's fucking real. Because here's the deal: you're bigger than a human. Even though you make human mistakes, there's oftentimes we have to sit in who we are as a spirit and make those types of decisions, regardless of us dwelling in the 9, 10, and 11 right now, regardless of that Scorpio energy. You got to be strong enough to permeate all of that human shit that makes you want to blame and shame people and put things on people, displace your anger, blow up, be traumatic, be dramatic. You understand? Bring that monster out, throw some blows, get ready to fight, burn up the house. You got to be able to transcend all of that with your heart and your spirit and your soul. And say, regardless of where I am, I'm still the light of God. That's what makes me cry, because this job is getting harder and harder to fucking do. Especially when you have people that are on your side that supposedly believe in you. And because my monster don't want to fuck with your monster, right? Because my monster don't want to, fucking deal with your trauma. Now I'm a bad person. Now I don't want to rock like this anymore. Or I'm punked because I'm not responding to it. Either or. Or the third thing could be maybe Sonya's just healing and I'm trying to get above that shit. And that's what I suggest for us all. So again, going back to Wednesday, if that Mercury is squaring Saturn, if Mars is squaring Saturn, already explained that. That's a hardcore situation. Saturn's gonna have to get his ass beat because it's Scorpio season. You got to put some discipline on whatever it is you need to get through that 9, 10, 11. I can't wait to read y'all's comments. I see them going. But then the last aspect that happens on Wednesday is the moon in Aquarius squares who? Uranus and Taurus. Boom, boom, boom. Because after all of that, here comes Uranus saying, I understand you don't want to change. I understand your feelings are like your thoughts. I understand Saturn came in here and kind of whipped your ass real quick and told you got some more work to do. But we got to change anyway, right? Regardless of how you feel and the goddamn temper tantrum that you putting out there and you sharing with everybody because you want everybody on your side, regardless of the temper tantrum that you are having within yourself, and all of a sudden you're like, I'm gonna move, I'm gonna get out of here. People are not gonna understand who I am. I want to change my being, blah, 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 blah. Regardless of all of that, Uranus says, but we're still changing. And here's the trick shit. Here's the trick shit. Uranus been in Taurus for almost a good 2 years. It's been changing us slowly but surely. And now you're trying to get out at the end of the deal? And Uranus is going retrograde. You're trying to get out at the end of it? At the tail end, possibly, maybe in the middle, almost toward the end? Because it's going retro. So it's like in the middle. You're trying to get out of it? It's like, no, the skin is already off. So if you walk out the house with your skin exposed, now you're going to look crazy. Again, you got to go with the 9, 10, and 11. I think I talked way too much. I know I sweat through this whole situation. You know why? Because I feel it. And I know that it's hard for not only myself, but for everybody. And I tell you this much, though, I'm rocking with Uranus. I'm rocking with Uranus. And whatever changes that need to happen in my life, because the monster can't survive in me the way it has been my 51 years of living. I want to be peaceful. I don't have to be right. I don't have to be right in the eyes of everybody that you know. I don't have to be right in your eyes. I want to be okay with me. And that's what ultimately is going to win, with breath in you or without. I hope y'all got that. Anybody want me to read their thing? Moon, rise, or sun? We can go in for about 5-10 minutes or so, and then I'm going to go. I really, really pray that this helped you in some kind of way. I really, really do. I meditated on this because I feel like sometimes when I'm in my own shit, I give y'all a disservice. Even though this is free and this is something I don't have to do, I want to do this. But I know that when I'm in my own shit, sometimes things come out really, really fast. And I did my best to just take my time and express to y'all a little bit more elementary what this digging is really all about. It's about surrender, Raisha. It's about surrendering. So much so that you lose everything that you knew yourself to be for your entire life. That surrender is scary as fuck. Scary as fuck. So you have every right to take your time, but be honest. Be honest with yourself so you don't have to do this kind of thing all over again in the way in which we're doing it right now. Okay. Carmencita Perez. Is that Carmen? Wait, do I know you? Wait. You got Leo, what? Leo's sun, Virgo moon, and Libra rise? Carmencita? Oh, Carmen. Angelina's sister. Wait, that's not you. Oh my God. I'm so confused right now. Okay. So you are, I want to read your chart, but you got to tell me again what that is. So that's the sun in Leo. Please tell me one more time, Carmencita. I'm going to read somebody else before. It is hard. I just read somebody say this is hard. It is hard. I think Mahogany, somebody said that. It's really hard, but we're strong. There's nothing hard. If we wasn't supposed to deal with this shit, we would have been gone. If we wasn't supposed to deal with this shit, it wouldn't have been brought to us. It's hard. It's hard. It's all hard. But our perspective and our perception is what helps to get through this thing. So here's another piece of that. If you want to stay in the 9, 10, and 11, and you like your monster, and you like whatever things that go down there and the trauma that is built, if you like that shit, because that shit gets you off, because that shit makes you right, because that shit makes you bigger than life, because that shit makes you the hero, it builds up your ego, then rock with it. If it's so hard, and this is not just to you, sweetie pie, but if it's so hard, rock with it and see what happens. Because it would be harder to be with that monster than it would be to change. That's the trick shit about it. That's the trick shit about it. And because it's so universal, and because spirit is urging everybody to get it, and our ancestors is urging everybody to get it, what I've seen several times throughout people's readings is that we don't realize how easy it can be if we make the motherfucking decisions. What's hard is that we're undecided. What's hard is that we're fearful. What's hard is that we can't let go. What's hard is that we don't trust ourselves. What's hard is that we don't trust anybody else. What's hard is that we don't trust God. You don't trust your ancestors. I'm calling you out. You don't trust your guides. You don't think that they can bring you through a thing because you're too fucking pompous and self-righteous and know it all. And you don't think that what they do is strong enough or better than what it is that you can do. But see where that shit has gotten you? You're in an all right place. But if you let them take care of it, come on now. Don't play with me. It's hard for me, but I bet you fucking $99,000 right now. I'm not staying here. And neither will you, because we reflect one another. That means we're pushing through this bitch. I totally forgot about Carmencita, didn't I? Lord of mercy. Okay. Carmencita, I swear I'm going to read you, but let's go to Jaylynn Paisley real quick. She has a Scorpio moon, Scorpio sun, Aquarius rising. Good God. To be truthful with you, Jaylynn, I mean, this fucking broadcast is your whole reading. Scorpio moon, Scorpio sun, Aquarius rising. Come on now. And I'm not saying this facetiously. I'm saying this in a way in which, please, if you just got here, watch this again, because this is all your energy. This is all your energy. That Scorpio Aquarius energy is not an easy one to deal with when it's in a personality. Truly. So I'm going to give you a brief one. I'm going to say this. They're both fixed, Scorpio and Aquarius. Like I said earlier, you have to decide, sweetie pie face, if you're going to stay in your emotions at a time or if you're going to stay in your intellect. Now, here's the big deal. Both of them are beautiful. Both of them are necessary. Both of them are the ones that you need in your life. You have to be more of a masterminder, so to speak. You have to be more of a facilitator and know when that Aquarius energy is more useful than that Scorpio energy. Scorpio energy wants to blow shit up. It wants to destroy shit so it can create shit. It feels things out. It's hella hyper goddamn sensitive. It thinks everybody is talking about it, right? Because it's so in tune like that. It has to reverberate back to me. Everybody is talking about me. No, not really. Not really. But that Aquarius doesn't like the confrontation. So while the Scorpio is bubbling up with suspicions and passion and destructive attitudes and behavior, right? That Aquarius energy is doing its best to hold it back because it doesn't like confrontation. And what happens is that this dam effect occurs where all the water, being Scorpio, gets held back and Aquarius doesn't let it go. And then at one point, it all comes gushing out. And it fucking wants to black everybody's eye. Be careful with that. Know that the Aquarius in you is genius and she's for the people. But the Scorpio goes deep and she's going to get what people don't even think that they need for the people. That's your conundrum, my sister. You need to convince people that what it is that you have in your career, in your personality, and the love that you have is definitely what they need. But that Scorpio can't be forceful with it, can't be pushy with it, it can't be controlling with it. Scorpio is very controlling. They can't be possessive with it and cuckoo motherfucking vindictive crazy with it, right? It has to pull back and let a situation come to it before it blows up. You did? And then Aquarius in you can smooth it out, make it right, make the people get what they need. It's a twofold, but they can't meet. Squares sharpen each other. They can't exist in the same space. It's a difficult existence, sweetheart, but you could do it. And listen back to this. Okay, so Carmesita. Good God, where you at? I promised her, y'all. Did she get it right? I remember Leo's sun. Carmesita. She didn't put it up again. Hold on. Oh, if you're on here, baby love, can you put it up again and make it nice and plain? Because I don't want to, I hate dead air. And I hate looking for something, people looking at me and they're like, okay, what are we going to talk about? Carmesita. Put up your sun, your moon, and your rising, please. I appreciate it. Oh, there it is. Sorry. Good God. So, Leo sun, Virgo moon, Libra rising. I think I got that right this time. Okay. Leo sun, Virgo moon, and Libra rising. Well, thank God for that. Libra, I love Libra rise on people. I really, really do. Thank you for doing that again. I didn't see it before. I love Libra rising on people. It makes folks so pleasant. Like when you have a Libra rise, you are the one in the room that not everybody just gravitates towards, that everybody kind of trusts because there's a fairness about you. There is a snarky kind of on the outs, right? Because you have a Libra rise on the outs that you know there's a fair medium kind of balance, kind of charming, disciplined. Kind of individual, but beyond that, you're Leo, right? Beyond the veil or beyond the rise, you are Leo. You are lion. You are boastful. You are willful. You are courageous. You hold back oftentimes. You hold back because Leo energy doesn't like to see, let anybody see them hurt or wounded, right? So that Leo holds back and that Libra fastens what the Leo is really wanting to put out. Let me say that again in another way. Leo's ruled by the sun. So she's really, really bright and magnanimous. And then that Libra energy on the rise helps to assimilate the brightness of that sun. It's a beautiful, beautiful dance because Libra and Leo like each other a lot, right? But just don't do yourself a favor. On the flip side of that, make decisions quicker than quick because Libra energy can be very, very indecisive. And that will frustrate the Leo in you because the Leo wants to move. The Leo wants to do shit. The Leo don't have a fucking plan. The Leo's like, whatever, what's happening? And then there's the moon that comes in with that. The Leo's like, let's just go. Where your moon in Virgo was like, bitch, I've been trying to research and find some information and make a plan happen and get organized and, you know, be logical about a thing. That's that moon in Virgo. I'm learning to love moon in Virgo people a little bit more. And because I have so many people in my life and a special person has moon in Virgo, and they're very, very useful and necessary in the world. However, that Virgo moon can trip you up sometimes. If the courageous, responsive Leo in you just wants to do a thing, the Virgo energy can hold you back. Because how are we going to do it? What color is it going to be? Oh my gosh, like I can't make this happen. And what if I do this? And then you become a deer in the headlight based on your emotions because it's your moon. You dig what I mean? So be careful about that, Carmesita. There's a lot of things that's coming down the pipe for you. I just tapped into your grandmother that wants to come for you career-wise. Let it. It may seem like a miracle, but it's happening. Like you deserve it. That Virgo in you wants to fucking test it. I mean, I don't know. Is it real? Poke, poke, poke. You worked for it. Accept it. Anyway, I just saw it and congratulations. Sometimes when I do these little sun, moon, rise things, I do my best to block people out, like people's ancestors. I do my best to block them out and stay with the astrology because they like to slide in. And your grandmother was a little bossy. And she was like, tell her she's going to be okay. There's an opportunity coming. Uranus is switching things up, and it's gonna come like a miracle. So God bless you, sweetie, and happy for you. All right, I'm out of here because Mystic just sat up, which makes me look like she's looking at me like, okay, that's enough. I'm about to bark. I'm no longer sleepy. So anyway, that's that, y'all. Baba, I'm gonna get you next time, sweetie pie. I remember you as a Capricorn, Pisces rising, a Virgo moon. That's why I love you, Baba. Wait, I think this is the Baba that I know. I gotta be careful when I tell people I love them sometimes. So I'll be like, oh, I thought you was the Baba I knew 10 years ago. Oh, you a new Baba. Oh, I love you too. I do. But not like that. All right. Anyway, have an awesome day. Again, I hope this landed somewhere in your heart. Prayerfully, you can take it and run with it. And happily go to that 9, 10, 11 so you can know what to change about yourself. Get through it. Get over it. Know it to be done. Know it to be real and right in your life. It don't matter. Here she comes. All right. I love y'all. I'm done, Mystic. Take care.